Hi, and welcome to this edition of Everything Home. I'm your host, Brian Domingo. Today on our show, you're going to find us on top of a roof. We're going to show you an easy step-by-step demonstration on how to change a damaged composite roofing shingle. Let's go over and get started. Before we get started on our project, we're going to talk a little bit about composite shingles. This is your typical composite shingle. On the back side, you're going to see there's an adhesive strip on the bottom of the shingle. That's heat activated, and once the sun hits your roof or it warms up, it's going to seal that shingle to the shingle below it. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind about the nailing pattern on shingles before we take off the old shingle, it's going to be nailed with about 5 nails going across it there, and then also when the other shingle sits on top of it and it has its nailing pattern on it here, you'll see that those nails actually will go into the bottom shingle that you're taking out too. So it's very important that you get the nails out of the shingle that you're taking off and the shingle above it so that you don't damage any other shingles around it when you do that. Let's go over and get started. The thing we're going to want to do is get our tools together for this project. It's a simple project, so we're not going to need a lot of tools. You're going to need a flat bar, a hammer, a tube of Henry's wet patch, and some 1-inch roofing nails. Now that you've got all your tools together, we're going to remove this damaged shingle. You can see it's wind damaged. It's broken away. First thing we're going to do is that adhesive strip that we talked about earlier. You're going to need to break that adhesive strip all along the shingle that you're going to be taking out. And then you're also going to have to break that adhesive strip that's attaching that shingle to the shingle below that you're taking out. Once you get that one all the way loosened, remember we're going to be having to take the nails out of that one. So you're going to have to go to the shingle above that too and break that adhesive strip seal so you can pull that up to get the nails out of the shingle below it. As you can see, all of them are loose now. So you're going to loosen 3 of them, the one you're going to take off and then the 2 above. Once you get those loosened, you're going to want to pry under there, loosen up the nails and pull out the nails. You're typically on this size shingle going to have 5 nails in it. If it's a steeper pitch, you might have 6 nails. Once you get the nails out of the shingle you're going to be taking out, you're going to want to go to the shingle above that and remove the nails. Once you get those all out, then that shingle will slide right out of there. Once you've got that shingle out, you're going to want to go back up there and make sure that you've got all the nails completely out. Sometimes they'll break off. The shingle will break off and leave the nail up there. So once you get all those nails out, the other shingle is going to be able to slide up in there, the new one. So you're going to want to slide the new shingle up in there and then line up the bottom on it. Once you get that all lined up, you're going to need to nail that in. So you can see that white line right there, that's your nail strip. And you'll want to nail along that. You're going to put in 5 nails minimum on it, 6 nails for a steeper pitch. Then once you get the nails in on the new shingle, you're going to want to go to the shingle above that one. Remember, you had to take the nails out of that one to get the new shingle in. You'll put in another 5 new nails on that one. Then once you get all those nails in, you're going to want to grab your can of Henry's and you're going to want to lay a bead along that old shingle on top of the new shingle. Your new shingle that you put in has that adhesive strip, so it's going to automatically, once it heats up, it's going to seal to the old shingle below it. But now the old shingle above the new shingle that you just put in, you broke that adhesive strip, so you have to re-adhese that down. And that's going to help it adhere to the shingle below it, so it's not going to be able to bend up and get wind damaged again. You don't want to put on too much because you don't want it to ooze out from under the bottom. Well, now that you've got the new shingle in and you've put down that bead of sealant and pressed down firmly on that, you've created a watertight seal. You've also made it so that the shingle adheres to the other shingle below it, and it's not going to be able to bend back up and get damaged by the wind. Congratulations.